In this part 2 of Splunk DB Connect, we will discuss about identity and connection. So inside the databases, you have one thing called identities. Identities means simply username and password of that server. So how I can add? I can add a new very basic. Basic means username and password, nothing. Username, identity name can be anything, but you have to make sure the username. Who will give us this username and password? We need to collect this information from the database team. So we will ask them, okay, give us the username, password, host address, IP address, port, all those, whatever the details we are going to see now, we will ask them and they will provide us. We have to worry only from the Splunk end here. Okay. So identity name could be anything, but we should be, we can keep it a proper name which we can identify. Okay. And username, password. Sometimes if you are working with Microsoft SQL Server, you can also use this option. So that is based on how the database team is going to ask you. So it is just simple username and password. So you don't get any errors. Even though if you give wrong password, it is going to accept. Let's go into the connections. In the new connection, let me create some dummy one. Okay. So to show you how it looks, I will create a Oracle one, Oracle, and I just gave some wrong username and password. I forgot what database team given. I made some mistake. So I'm going to create a new connection. So when you are going to create a new connection, what are the details you need? You need the identity, connection type, host, port, and default database. These are all the details that you need to get from the database team. Okay. So connection name also can be anything, but you should be able to identify it. I can just give it something like this, and I'll select Oracle one where I gave wrong password. Okay. So from this credentials only, it is trying to authenticate to the database. So I'm trying to talk to Oracle, not the Oracle service in this case. So in my case, it is localhost, right? So I'm giving localhost. So by default, you see a port is as 1521. So it's need not to be always a default port. It is based on the customer security settings and the database team setup. If they are still on the default port or if they are using some different port. If they are using some different port, you can modify it. Okay. You will get it from the database team. So default database, you get these details from database team. I have installed it, so I know what is the default database. So this is my Oracle. It's a database I have installed on my personal laptop. Okay. I have database called system and I have tables called customers underscore Oracle. I just have some sample data here. And I know what is username and password this database. Okay. So now if you want the SSL secured connection to be enabled, fine. Otherwise, you can uncheck it. For now, I don't want to just check anything. I don't want this also. This connection pool and all are some additional options. Most of the people go without it unless you are sure that I want to use this connection pool and like load balancing. Fine, let's go with the basic stuff here. Now, if I click on save, there is a wrong password I have in this identity. So of course it is going to tell you login denied. So there is a big troubleshooting documentation also I have prepared. So for now you see the database username or password is incorrect. So if you want, you can simply click on it and it will take you with that particular trace ID. You will see all the details. A very clear error, you see. Okay. So that's it. Now I again went back to team, database team. I got the correct username and password. Now I'm going to save it. If a connection is properly used, username, password, port, everything, it is actually connecting in the backend. And once the test is successful, the connection is successful, then only it is going to save here. Okay. If you don't see any errors or warnings here, that means your connection is absolutely fine, which means you are ready to talk to the database. Okay. Part 3 will be all about inputs, outputs, query explorer and lookups.